guys, I just wanted to do a kind of a quick update, not really review, but kind of an update, 300 round-ish update on the Springfield's 1911 Prodigy double stack. It's funny because I was going to post a video just a few moments ago about this pistol and the fact that I haven't had any reliability issues out of it. Despite some people having some issues with the ambi safety on this. My brother being one of the people who's had an issue with the ambi safety on this. He managed to fix his before Springfield even could get back to him to his support request, which was great. But the end result was the ambi safety connects in the center. And as a result of that connection not being seated, when he would try to disengage his safety, it would not disengage. Not all in all, not a big issue, especially not as big as some of the other people who've had issues with the pistol firing and things like that they aren't able to fix. Anyway, I haven't had any of those issues. The only issue that I personally have seen out of this pistol is more of a me thing versus a Springfield thing. And it has to do with my grip. I tend to grip a pistol very high and tight. And I'm not sure if you'll be able to see this, but if I push up on my grip like I do sometimes, just that motion pushing up to kind of torque the pistol a little bit, the frame, can enable that pistol. And I'll show you that one more time. If I kind of come in here and I push up, you can see that the force of me pushing against this forces my thumb up. And so for me, it's easy enough to just kind of change my grip just a smidge and just not push up quite so high. This is the only pistol I own that is a problem. Again, it's probably just as much a me thing as it is a design or something like that. But yeah, I'd be curious to know if anybody else out there is seeing the same thing. But some of the things I love about this pistol are of course the 17 round mag in this thing is just amazing. The fit and feel of this thing is amazing. The bull barrel on this thing is absolutely ridiculous. I love it. And if 17 rounds isn't enough, you can 20 plus 1 in this thing. Absolutely amazing. And if that's not enough, they make a 26 round mag as well. I haven't tested it, but these two mags, I've topped them off to 20 rounds and 17 rounds respectively. They do absolutely amazing. This thing's capable of shooting faster than I am, that's for sure. And it's an absolute tack driver at 25 yards. It's the furthest distance I've tested it so far. So all that said, something interesting that I noticed when I was getting ready to record this video is the sight. The rear sight is actually loose. So you can kind of hear it rattling around in there. So I thought maybe this would be a great opportunity to kind of explore that together and see if it's something we can quickly remediate. Now I did get the optic plate for this, so my intention is to put a dot on it. I have a Holosun 507 green dot that I want to put on this. And so this isn't a showstopper for me necessarily, but I do want to just kind of pull these screws off the top and see if maybe there's not really any Loctite on this. So these screws can just back straight off, which is kind of leads me to wonder if maybe there's not some QA issues, because you know, like I said, the issue that my brother had was very much the same, just a more of a quality control type of thing than it is anything else, in my opinion. But again, you can just for grins, we'll pop this off there just so you kind of see what the design looks like here. But if there's not any, if you don't have any Loctite on these screws, after 350 rounds or so that I've put through it, I would expect them to come loose. But I wouldn't expect them to come from the factory without some type of thread lock on them. of some sort. So I'm just going to put a little bit of thread lock on it and gently torque it down, and that should solve my problem. And then we'll post another video a little later on, maybe after another 300 or 400 rounds, and we'll see what kind of luck we have. It does look like there's a little bit of blue Loctite high on the threads, but it doesn't look like it's so high on the thread. I don't see how that could have. They're so high on the screw that it wouldn't have actually made it to the threads down in the slide itself. So I can't imagine that would be I can't imagine that'd be very effective, and obviously it wasn't very effective. So just a little side note, I am no gunsmith, but when you're putting optics on or you're putting sights on, you're tightening these bolts up, invest in a little torque wrench. This one's a fix-it stick, and it's great. I think I paid, I don't know, 30 bucks for it or something like that. They're not super expensive. It may have been less than that. But invest in that. Don't just torque it down and just crank it down as hard as you can. It definitely is not a good thing. You can actually damage some slides and things like that. So anyway, not a gunsmith. Just thought I would share that as a friend of mine shared that with me, who actually is a gunsmith. So hopefully he's accurate. But anyway, if you have any questions, comments, feel free to post them down. I'll try to answer as soon as I can. Thanks.